Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. I am Paula from Paper Crafts by PRB, and I am bringing you along just to show you this quick and easy project that I am going to use for one of my journals. It's an accordion fold, and then of course this is all for journaling. So it's a accordion fold out journal spot. So basically the front right here is just a flap, and then I decorated it with some brads, and then you open it up, and you could stencil on these papers on this page. You could stamp on this page. I did a cluster, dragonfly cluster, and then of course I inked around my edges. So yeah, it's easy. I just used a piece of coffee dyed paper and then folded it. Okay, so again, I did another little cluster right there. So let me just show you in my journal. So here I have a mushroom journal. So let's just say I want to put this on this page. You just need to make sure that you have it, the height of one of your pages in your book, in your journal. And then you would just glue the back. Okay, so you'd glue the back to the page. Okay, so it'd be sitting like that. And then you just flip that up and then you do that. Okay, so very easy. If you have a journal that doesn't have a whole lot of writing space, but you have an empty page, go ahead and add this on there, and it adds a whole lot of journaling space. Okay, so let me show you. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so my coffee dyed paper is 8 by 11. Okay, so 8 is because that's the tallest most of my pages are in my journals. Okay, so you're going to want to put your paper on the 11-inch side. Okay, and you're going to score at 2. You're going to score at 5 3/4. And then you're going to score at 8 1/2. Okay, so that's all the scoring. So let me put this away. All right. And I am going to ink up some of these edges. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold these in because I like inked edges. So I'm going to do that on all my fold lines. I have got the Distress Oxide Vintage Photo. Okay, so I'll do this real quick because I know not everybody likes to sit and watch us ink. All right. And then I'll fold it on this side and I'll ink this side. All right. So again, this is very easy. It just helps add some more journaling space to your journal. Okay, put that away. Okay, so right where we scored it at 2, that's gonna go in like this. Okay, so I am gonna round this corner right there, and I'm going to round this corner right here. Okay, and then I'm going to put a piece of scrapbooking paper right there. So let me grab some of my stuff. Okay, so I am going to put a piece of scrapbooking paper right here. My scrapbooking paper, well, it looks like it's a little longer than I wanted it, so let me snip off a little bit more of that. So since my scrapbooking paper is since this paper is 8 by 11, this should have been, I take off a quarter. So this is 1 3/4 by 7 3/4. So 1 3/4 is because we scored at 2 inches, okay? So if you're using the same measurements as me, then you'd want this little strip at 1 3/4 by 7 3/4. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue that down if I can get my glue to work. All right. All right. Okay, so again, this is 1 3/4 by 7 3/4. Okay, so that's just gonna get glued there. I am gonna put 2 brads on there, but I'll let that dry just a little bit more before I put the brads on there. Okay, so then this is gonna fold like this, and then this is gonna get tucked up underneath there like that. Okay, so I have some little ephemera pieces I'm gonna put on here. Like I said, you can do some inked images. You can do some stenciling. You don't have to do, if you don't have a whole lot of clusters. So I'm just gonna add this, maybe put this under there and put this here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue that on just like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this one down first. Okay, and then we're gonna put this, this is just a mushroom that I cut around, and then some cheesecloth and a little sentiment that says keep growing. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down, put some glue on it. All right, put that on there like that. And then I have another little die cut little piece that I'll put on there. Okay. Okay, something like that. And then when you close it, it looks like that. And I'm just gonna put 2 little brads right here. I am not really gonna measure it. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it right about there. And I don't know, right about there, I guess, since I'm not actually gonna measure it. And then I'm gonna put my eyelets in there. My brads, sorry, these are brads. Now, if you don't like the back of the brads being opened up, being like this, you can put some washi tape right there, or you can cover this piece, like we did on the front, you can cover this piece. Okay, so let me put this eyelet in here. Okay. All right, so again, that's the way it looks. Lots of journaling space when you open these up. Okay. All right. I hope you liked the video. If you could leave me a comment, or if you could subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, thank you.